Hello, Twitch. I realized that I didn't have enough coffee beans ground, and so I was trying to race and get that done before the stream started, but didn't quite do that. Didn't quite get there. So I'm gonna quick mute things and run my grinder for another second. There we go. Coffee is ground. Making broccoli soup tonight. Some roasted carrots. It's like adult baby food. And filter. Didn't think I closed the door there completely. So how is everyone? How's everyone's? Is it Thursday now? I'm losing track. I'm streaming every day. Happy Thursday to everyone. Continuing on with our new world foods tonight. Going to be doing both of these. I'm going to be plating them to try and match up with the icons from the game. So I'll be roasting the carrots whole, and we'll just be using like chopped up dill. I'm going to actually use the freeze-dried dill that I have in the refrigerator. Well, happy Friday, Toto. Hopefully you've had a lovely work week and get to relax now. Thirsty, I want some coffee. Actually, I should give myself some water to go along with this because I'm thirsty. And you shouldn't really drink caffeine drinks to quench thirst. I'm not afraid of pouring against the paper filter. I feel like I'm repeating myself now. But if you look at it, when you pour on the paper filter, I have a clear pourer here. It doesn't just flow through the filter. It stays inside. It needs a little more time in order to go through the filter. And so it does work pretty well for washing things down and keeping it all together. I've been torn about whether I should just do a constant pour, but I've been doing more and more of this until I get to my 415 or so proper cup pour. A little bit over there. I already got sugar in my cup. So let's get our broccoli out. Let's get our cheese out. Cheese, let's wait on that. Used some of this the other night for with the steak. But since the stems are just as good as the florets, we'll use the florets just to garnish at the end. And the stems for the base of the soup. I was going to do really small florets for this, but again, I'm trying to copy the icon. It has like full florets in it, so we'll save the smaller florets and use those for pureeing to get a nice green color. And then use the bigger ones for actual plating. I forgot to mute things back here. Cheers, folks. Welcome in. Glad to have you. Oh, it looks the board's nicely centered there. Got lucky with that. Moved things around and didn't check with the camera before I got going. So we'll save broccoli florets for later. Don't want the leaves. Leaves have got too much chlorophyll. They're gonna bitter things. I mean, if you're doing a really, really quick soup, then maybe you leave them in. But for this, I'm going to be simmering this a bit before I finish it. Give them all a fresh bottom. It's like they're mini Christmas trees. You gotta give them a fresh cut. Okay, so we got our broccoli prepped to start cooking. I'm gonna use some shallot in this, even though it isn't the original. Well, what is in our recipe for tonight's dishes? Let's see here. For the broccoli soup, there's only 4 ingredients, which is broccoli, cheese, salt, and milk. I'm gonna add chicken stock and some shallot to this as well. And I'm also gonna use an aged cheddar cheese. The roasted carrots with dill. Carrot, butter, dill, and salt. So, relatively simple in both of those. And need another bowl here for the bottom parts to our celery. I'm using the shallot because I have it around. I don't normally buy shallots a lot. They're a bit pricey for me compared to, say, just using onion and garlic instead. Why won't you peel? Please start peeling. Ooh, Stream Raiders already. I guess I'll go with haste. I wasn't sure if the 3 bricks was gonna be slowing, and so I put it next to the single one. And yeah, it looks like sort of broke them down to go over, so. Think we got it. Had Mama Bear out there carrying the team. Aww! What happened? I thought we had that wrapped up. They give me a bunch of goodies for it, though. But we'll give that one a second try here. And let's go with Monk. Alright, back to cut. Cut some shallots. And actually, while I was here thinking about cutting these, I was like, I should do some fresh garlic too. I've got it. So let's do some fresh garlic in this too. It's like a phantom clove of garlic there. Chipper, thank you for that resub. Glad to have you in tonight. How you been? How's your week going? Hopefully you're having a good Thursday. Just one more day left of the week. Work week. I'm just gonna thin slice this garlic. We'll throw both of these in at the same time. Into the pan. I appreciate it. Hey, Entropy. Tomorrow's gonna be a bigger dinner. Tonight might be a shorter stream. I mean, we're just doing soup and roasted roasted carrots. So, not too complicated tonight. Though tomorrow and Saturday are gonna be bigger meals. Okay, so I think our soup is pretty much set to start there. And next we're getting into carrots. And so for this, instead of going nuts with peeling these and losing a bunch of skin on my carrots, I'm gonna take a brand new scrubby, use that with just plain water to scrub the outsides of these clean. So I'll show you what that looks like afterward. Unfortunately, I don't have a camera here on my sink itself. We'll just have to do this instead. So that's considerably cleaner than it was before. I'm just using a brand new scrubby. Works pretty well. I do it a lot of the time when I want to do it with sort of whole carrots in some form. Still keeps their outside nature, still keeps most of the outside, and I sort of think it might actually help your roasting because you're bruising the outside skin and scratching it up, so you're giving it a rough surface with smaller particles to sear and get some color on. Sort of like cooking a potato before you fry it. So, before, just to remind everyone, a little bit brighter, a lot bit cleaner. I'm sort of changing around where I'm scrubbing because I'm not using soap or anything, and so whatever I'm scraping off is sort of half collecting into this scrub. But then we can wash it out later. Let's see what all ended up on the scrubby there. Welcome in, Stutch. Unfortunately, I don't have ones with nice green tips like the photo. Just got bagged carrots. Now for this project, I also already did this, but this isn't looking very clean. Let's give this a second scrub here. I already picked carrots that were roughly in the same size there, because they're going to roast the same. Somewhat better. Nice. So we want those to dry out, and then we're going to toss them in some flavorings. Trying to think of what I got that I can use to coat those well easily. I think I'm probably going to have to use a hotel pan, because most everything else isn't going to fit nicely. So I'll get the ends of it in the center I'll miss, or so I'll set these over. Yeah, we'll do some paper towel and then set those in the hotel pan for a couple minutes to dry. We'll work on something else in the meantime. Hotel pan, paper, carrots. Let's see what this is. Or wait, that's something else. Quit giving me useless notifications, phone. So, what else are we gonna put with our carrots? We're gonna need some chives chopped up. Welcome back, Setch. get our oven started for our carrots. Okay, I lied. I'm just using sharp cheddar. I thought I had an aged cheddar with me at home. Now that's a weird scrambled word. 2 O's, so that should be a bit of a giveaway. Why don't skeletons ever go trick-or-treating? Because they have nobody to go with. That's sort of sad. Trying to maximize my bowl usage here by prepping everything ahead of time today. Thought about making bread tonight, but no. Do I get started with the soup before I get my carrots roasting? Nice! Close the bedroom door. Nobody smoke alarms going on. Not that my oven's really smoky. But yesterday, or was it the day before, it got a bit... It wasn't yesterday, it was the day before we got a bit smoky. The steak. Salt. MSG or more salt. And pepper. So we got our oil, we got our salt, we got that. Do I want to add the dill now? I don't really want to add the dill now, but it's how it's sort of phrased in the recipe. I guess we'll risk it. It's probably going to get a little burnt. Making sure they're all coated. Do a little close up here on our herbs and spices on our carrots. Put a fresh piece of parchment on this. Rinse out our hotel pan, or clean it out rather. Get all that oil out of there. Get some chicken stock out of the freezer. Once we get carrots in the oven, we'll start doing, I'm going to start with the bechamel for my base of my soup, and we'll add some of our cheese to that. We'll garnish with some of the cheese too, and we'll go from there. We'll saute up the veggies separately. We'll puree this batch with the bechamel, and then cook that until it's nice and cooked through. Don't really need to cook that too long. And then we'll add in some broccoli florets to give it some color right at the end, and finish with the garnish. Sort of cool, other than these slate plates that I picked up here recently. Basically everything I have already works with these icons. Like, I've got a round wood bowl, which we're going to be using for nights. And the carrots don't even have anything, but I'll use the slate for that. Waiting to see what the next scramble word is here. Sun-dried. That's a nice one too. Getting a whole bunch of English words here. It's supposed to be an international dictionary. Cheers to the non-caffeine drinkers out there. And time for another Stream Raiders battle. Wish this wasn't like right in my face as far as... Wish I could like mount it on the ceiling, but I don't own the house. I might make myself something a little bit later too, Stitch. Victory. We're fighting for the bugoids. We got a new theme today. Entropy and Toto getting those kills and assists. Stetch walking away with the gold though. Is it Stetch or is it S-Tac or is it making assumptions on your pronunciation of your name? So our oven's up to temp. I'm going to throw the carrots in. S-Tac? Okay. And toss these up here real quick. So carrots are roasting. Set a timer for that for 40 minutes. Actually, let's check them in 30. So we'll get started with our bechamel. Oh, oops. Didn't finish what I was doing here with Stream Raiders. Continuing on here, my plan is to go up to here and give you guys, you lovely folks, the choice between these two. That seemed like the best option to start. So there we go. We'll do that in, what, 29 minutes? Bechamel. Start by opening up our stock and defrosting that in a separate pan. it'll sit better that way. We'll get a roux going in the front pan. Butter and flour. Oops. Keep going, music. Readjusting my earbud, not trying to turn off the music. Had that on a little high of a heat there, so we got a little color into our butter. Turn that down real low here. We're waiting on our stock to defrost now, or to melt. That second E is throwing me off. I thought it was cafe in like international. In unknown language, just seemed like it sounded like coffee. Hey, it worked. It's a little like if you spelled the Bostoner saying coffee. Coffee. I don't know why, I just feel so relaxed tonight. Like, no rush. I've had a pretty good day today. Like, was productive earlier, got things done, had a good time doing it. First of the month stuff is pretty much done. Still got to do one or two more things on my monthly checklist. And then we're back to the never-ending fight to keep the house clean. I'm so far behind on laundry lately. I don't know why. I just, like, my body or my mind has just been like, nope, I don't want to do laundry. I'm sorry you had a stressful day. At least now you can relax and chill and sip on your... In fact, I will join you with that. What am I gonna drink tonight? I'm not gonna crack a bottle of wine. Although I did just replenish my stores here lately. Although I... I think I'm gonna go for the old standby, the cheapo bourbon of the house at the time, which is... What are my choices? Well, it's more a matter of mixing than it is alcohol choices. I've got most of the basics covered here in alcohol and liquor. I'm opening a fresh bottle here of Bullet, which I tried a while back. There's other bourbons that I've liked better, but it was time to try something else. So we've got my choices. We've got, as far as liquor that I've got in here, we got white and spiced rum. We got two types of gin. And we got extra dark rum. Apple brandy, although it's getting low. Stoli. Diasarono, so amaretto. Tequila, although I don't think there's much left in that bottle. I've got a little tasting left, like maybe a shot left of St. George Terroir, which is a gin based off of Californian varietals, so there's like no real like juniper and stuff like there, but there's pine and a bunch of other stuff. It's really cool gin. Got Campari, got Kahlua, Grand Marnier, and Fernet, and bourbon. got a couple of different bourbons. Though now that I'm remembered that I have Fernet, I don't have any ginger though. I wish I had some ginger ale. Fernet and ginger ale is a fun experience if you've never had before. Make sure we're not getting too hot over here. There is still a slight flame on the roof. Yeah, we're not quite melted over there. Let's go see if I can't find my Karen. Wasting valuable stuff there. I actually wanted to pick up a bottle of Weller to try it. Like, I don't think you can. I mean, maybe if you go to a bar a couple of times, but I don't think just having a single drink when it comes to the harder stuff is really going to give you. I sort of almost feel like you need to go through like a half bottle or a bottle of it in order to get a true feel on it versus the others. Calamari, that's tomorrow's stream. So this is very butterscotchy, very light. Not a lot of burn to the nose of it. What's the proof on this as it's bottled? 45%. So it's on the weaker side. I love that you can call something, 45% weak, but that's bourbon. This one, Bullet, it's one of the newer varieties out there. It's not, it's a major label, but it's, as far as bourbon is concerned, it's one of the newer ones. And I forget who owns it, but one of the big ones own this too. It's one of the big corporate names. It's one of the places I have not been to in Kentucky. Sort of out of the way, which is sort of why I haven't been to it, because making trips and going to easy to get to places. It's got a lot of... It made a big splash, like, maybe 5 years ago. They have a... Is there both of these ryes? I know they have a rye, but is this a rye too? Yes. I was feeling all the spice and heat off of that, so I was like, I thought this was not their rye. They have a rye that's got a green label instead of this orange one. Wow, that looked really cool on the camera, by the way. I think the label looked almost better on the camera than it did in person. So let's get sauteing the rest of our stuff here. Use the other pan over here. Add a bit more oil in there. Another 13 minutes, get units on the battlefield for Stream Raiders. I'm finding it a little bit, now that I've had a couple of sips here, on the simpler end. Like, there's definitely some, like, cinnamon barrel heat slash rye heat going on there. But otherwise, it's pretty much just a sort of, like, straight caramelly, buttery, scotchy on the nose. Butterscotch in the nose, more caramelly on the palate. So in with our shallots and garlic here to start with. And then in with the rest of our large chunks of stem. Using up all of our broccoli. Hit that with a bit of salt. Okay, and over here in our somewhat browned roux here, we turn the heat up and add in our stock while that handle is hot. Oven's cooking that one. Leave a little bit of stock up there to add in with our cream, just to keep it from scalding initially. But we can turn the heat off of that. And turn the heat up here on the bottom down here, allow this to come to a boil and thicken and cook. Turn the heat down on that. Nice, Bun Buns. Cheese. Today I'm feeling great. A little more worried about S-Tech, who's had a rather stressful day. Hopefully yours has been lovely today, Bun Buns. Happy to see you back in. How's our carrots looking? 25 minutes in. Ooh, those are looking pretty good right there. I might... Well, I'll give those the last 5 minutes. They'll survive 5 minutes. Oh, they're looking quite nice in there, although I will do something, and that is take our temp down. 15 more minutes till work's done. Woohoo! You're busy, that's a blink and you're done. But if you're cooking, I sort of have to ask if you're done service or you're done cleaning. Because I remember, well, every time that I've been cooking in a professional kitchen, I remember it as being, you get to the end of service and there's sort of like this initial, oh, I can relax now and just finish cleanup. And then there's the second, oh yeah, I want to get home, so let's get rushing again. I turn the heat off on the broccoli over here. It's not cooked through yet. We'll give it a little more time, actually, so I'm going to turn that on low and just sort of sweat it out. Turn my attention back here to our bechamel. Well, it's not a bechamel, really. It's... What is the proper term for this? It's not a bechamel at all. It's, I just read it earlier today. Let's see if it's still there. Nope. Oh, come on, tell me the proper term for this. It's like one of the most basic cooking terms. Is driving me nuts. I should know this. It's not driving me nuts. I'm chill. I'm having a good night tonight. Okay, heat back off on the rest of the broccoli there. Limon. So we'll start separating out our nice florets that we're going to use for garnish from the bigger ones that I'm just going to toss into the blender. Nice. Those are looking lovely. We got our roasted carrots with dill here. And we got a Stream Eaters battle to do. Let's go to battle. Couldn't quite get that last one in the middle there. The rogues are so fast with the haste. They just like zip across the map. Victory. Won that one. Toto getting those rewards. The Flexascone. And Aztec with the kills and assists. Thank you. And congrats. And more goodies for me. I'm just getting all sorts of goodies. Of course, this happens every time there's a new theme. They give you a whole bunch of basic stuff. Victory. Centurion. And I don't see any enemies out there, so I'm just going to put them in the center. See how we do here in 30 minutes. Oh good, our stock's finally up to a boil here. take that. We'll take all of these goodies. Camera's in the way, I apologize. Now heat back on our volute. Relatively low heat. And we're going to add in a bunch of cheese in there. Make this cheesy. Gonna leave some of it for a garnish, but good portion of that. That wasn't a whole block of cheddar, but it was close. Just wanted the heat on to make sure that was still nice and warm to melt in real quick. Turn off the oven here so I can stop sweating. And we'll pour in that mixture with our broccoli. Pull that to the front. We're going to add half and half and heavy cream. Actually, I just might use up this heavy cream that I have. We'll see. Sort of want to use up this half and half too. It's not the one I use for my coffee normally. You want your cream mixture warmed up separate from the rest of your soup. I'll plate up the carrots here soon though, because they're going to start getting cool. And while carrots are cool, I don't like eating them cold. So this gets a blend in a moment. Let's do our carrots up here first. Again, trying to somewhat emulate the photo. Or icon, which I'll show you here in a moment. Come on, capture. There we go. So that is tonight's objective, to replicate that for our roasted carrots. Thank you, Aztec. Photo time. Okay, so we've got this versus that. Give you a switch back to the other. I think I did okay. I didn't have green tips on them, but that was just because what I had around the house. I wasn't going to go special shopping just for green tips. Now, if you want to make those extra awesome, glaze down a little chicken stock, a little vinegar or citrus juice, and a touch of honey. Just pour it over the top. So we got our stock warming, or our cream warming up. So turn that way down low, just keeping it warm. And I'm going to have to mute the stream while I blend the soup. So this is going to be the next project here. This is going to turn into a puree. We're going to strain that. Hi there. Yeah, sorry, I was using a roux to make a velouté, which is now in the bottom of this. So I'll mute and blend. So there we have the base to our soup. We're going to take our pan from the same pan I was using earlier with this same soup and strain it in there. But I'm just going to use my rough strainer, not a fine one. We just want to get the big stuff out of this, if anything remains. I gave that a pretty good blend. Took it to 11. may give the rest of this a bit more of a blend. But as to your question of if I'm thickening a soup with the roux, sort of. I was more thickening the liquid that I was putting with the broccoli. The broccoli is going to do most of our thickening. Yeah, we're going to have to get this a second blend to get the good stuff out of it. I want to remove all the moisture to do that. Do you, Bun Buns? I've never been a giant broccoli fan. I'm becoming more of one as I get older here. I'll give you another quick mute while we blend this a second time. Potato leek. Yeesh. That's a soup that gave me nightmares for a long time. I do not make vichyssoise very often. Still don't have all the chunks out here. We're gonna give this a second strain attempt. Getting closer. My externship out of college, or in the middle of college, rather. It wasn't at the end of it. Was working for a resort hotel in Arizona. And they had multiple restaurants, they had a big banquets crew, and they had a dedicated saucier area. And so part of that time I was working there, I was in the saucier section. And so the saucier section didn't just make sauces, we made all sorts of sauces. Mostly typically like reduction sauces, did all sorts of stocks and reduction stocks. But we would make soup for all of the room service, the 2 restaurants, the bar, all that stuff. We'd have a daily soup. And so one day we had to go through, I forget if it was 40 or 50 gallons of soup. And all the stick blenders just weren't cutting it. They weren't blending it, the potato leek soup. And so without even a container, like using literally this size container, the square one instead of the triangle, but otherwise the same size, me and the saucier chef blended it, that 50 gallons of soup, and then hand strained it all like I'm doing right here, which is not something you want to do. It took many hours. But the soup had to go out. I mean, thankfully it's a project that they do the night before because it's kept chilled and heated to order. But, well, vichyssoise isn't heated at all, but I meant the soups in general were done the night before. Okay, now we got most of that broccoli through our strainer. And I'm going to call that good because the rest is extra work that I've got enough food around the house. Last night's dinner was great. I loved how that both the cake and the ragu came out. And we got a mess on my cutting board. Falling behind on chat here. What are we chatting about? You know, clean leeks because they're tough. Depending on how you're using them, cleaning leeks, I typically just quarter the tops. You can leave the bottom intact, depending on what you're doing. But if you just put a simple slice from like the whites all the way through the end, turn it 90 degrees, put it all the way through, and then wash that, it'll stay all together nicely. The other night, I was doing rainbow cuts or halfway cuts, And so I just cut it all the way in half and then individually did them. So we have our base of our soup here. With all the cheddar in there. We don't want to heat this too much because we got the light greens in there in order to keep the nice color. We got a nice light green instead of olive drab. Or army green. Don't want that army green. We want light green soup. And then we're going to add cream to this, so it's going to get even more so. We'll switch over this loveliness. Wow, that's weird. Did the music just like randomly stop and start again? Hopefully the stream's not having any issues. Doesn't seem like we're... don't have any drop frames. So we got a low flame going here. We're going to turn that up slightly, and we're going to stir in our warm cream. Don't want to go too thin. Sort of weird, it's feeling a lot heavier on the bottom than on the top, like when you're just starting a roux. Not like something stuck on the bottom, but like the actual liquid is thickening lower where there's more heat. And adding cream will thicken your soup slightly. Now I'm going to take these garnishing broccolis and throw them in the oven just temporarily to warm them up a little bit as a garnish. Oven is not on, but it's still nice and warm. I'm not going to use the last of that cream in the sauce. It's already pretty thin. It's on the edge of being too thin for a soup to me. Why is this in the dirty dishes? This is the bowl I was keeping separate so that I could actually put the soup in it. Bacon. I love bacon. Leek potato and lemon. That's an interesting combo. I'm gonna try a carrot while we're waiting, now that they're room temp. Just soft. And that's not burnt, that's delicious. That's yum. But the real question is, do you love bacon or chocolate more? Seems like more people are clicking on chocolate. You can vote for your favorite in the channel points. Still have a decent flame? No, we don't have any flame under this. We want a little flame. Now I got Twitch giving me alerts. Probably about stuff that I was aware of hours ago. Nope, football. I have never watched football on Twitch. I have no interest in watching football on Twitch. Yet it seems the thing that I get the most notifications for. I'm liking the scent or aroma off of this bourbon. I think considerably more than actually drinking it. The actual drinking of this bourbon, it's just sort of simple and plain. I hate to say it, but it's almost boring me. Compared to, there's much more in the nose. Thank you for that follow, Chef Menu. 21 minutes ago. I don't know if you're still hanging out, but thank you. Welcome in. Apologize, I don't have follower alerts anymore. I'll give another 2-3 minutes here to our... That'll give us time to do our Stream Raiders battle, which is ready to go right now. To battle. Easy win. Easy win. Had a couple of losses. Sorry, S-Tech. Entropy getting those kills. Head Mama Bear getting the assists. Toto and S-Tech getting the rewards. Thank you for hanging out with us, Head Mama Bear. It's been a minute since I've seen you. Let's see what we got here. We got upgrades to my army. Nice. Getting closer to that double stack of 20s. What we got on quests? Some rogue scrolls. And some paladin scrolls. Nice, I need pally scrolls. Let's see if we got anything in the store that I want. Oh. I clicked on scrolls. Paladin. Paladin. Oops. Left my kettle on. Shouldn't have done that. You're already 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. And on to our next map. Well, actually, we're going to stop it here. Not going to go into the next map. Not going to get that going. We'll start tomorrow with the next level. Gonna be doing calamari and pasta tomorrow. Oh no, not pasta. Poached fish. Should be an interesting one. Let's see how our broccoli down here is doing, if it's warmed up nicely. There we go. Gonna be a little crunchy, but I'm fine with that for a little texture. Fine dining would be screaming bloody murder that I didn't proper blanch those. So we got our fresh broccoli garnish and our cheese in there. We've got cheese in the soup base already, but got more for our garnish. Ten ads in a row? What the bun buns? Huh? Wow. Twitch getting desperate for money. Photo time. No Yorkshire pudding fans. And so this is supposed to be emulating. Come on. There we go. Don't have a button for that. There we go. Our cheesy broccoli soup. So this is what we're after as far as a photo here. That's what I'm trying to copy here. Think I was successful tonight in copying my carrots and my broccoli soup. And see how long it's been last year. Mingpot! Mingpot! I don't even know how to pronounce your name. Mingpot. Something like that. Thank thank you for that resub. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, in other news, I did not announce to people last night, I forgot to do it during the stream, that we have a new ingredient challenge. So if you look in the Discords right now, we've got Cheetos, which is currently winning, versus pimento cheese. Pimento cheese sort of gives me horror thoughts about what I can do as far as dessert with that. But Cheetos, everyone loves Cheetos. Everyone loves Cheetos. Alright, so thank you all for joining in tonight. Let's see if we can give a raid out to tonight. Cheetos cheesecake. I've already done cheese poofs. I've done the cheese balls as an ingredient challenge, and I was like, okay, I'll let Cheetos too. They're a little bit different. I don't even remember what I did with the cheese puffs, but I did some interesting things with that. I remember it being a fun night. Who can we give a raid to tonight? Ah, this is a little bit of a change. Someone we can say hello to. Former Mixer streamer friend of mine and great storyteller, Mr. Carrington. Him and several of his regular followers were in the chat yesterday. So we're gonna go give a raid to Play Carrington, who is playing Forza, and we'll see how this turns out. I hope you come back to join me tomorrow. Gonna be doing fried calamari, gonna be doing poached fish. Should be a nice, fun night. I hope you join me. And until then, live well. Bye-bye. Oops, started the raid. Forgot to start the raid. Okay, let's go, raid.